Unpause.
Hello everybody, this is SPK here, brings you another exciting dual commentary with Chumpesue, and here it is.
Hey folks, this is Chumpesue, and we have an excellent game here for you today between Moon and FoCuS, and this is going to be on Ancient Isles, which is a really interesting map for Orc vs Elf, just because there's only 2 mines, and so that can really cause some problems in terms of trying to sneak an expansion. What do you think about this? How do you think this game's going to play out?
I think the shops are going to play a major role in this game because it's a small ass map, but there's 2 shops, so people can grab a lot of dusks and a score of healings out of them. But I personally never played Orc versus Night Elf on this map, but have you?
Yes, I used to play random, so I got this matchup a fair bit, and Dots is just so appealing to the Elf because there's 2 shops, there's no fountain, it's really quite nice for doing that, and it's a very small map as well. And as for FoCuS, I mean, you really only have one option as Orc. Unless you have a really good early game, you really have to go for that very standard play. And that looks like what we're going to be seeing from both sides at this point. Do you think, obviously, one of the things that Orc can do is they can get their Blade Master and then run it straight to the Elf base on the snap and then try run it into the base and kill some Wisps early on. Do you think that's what FoCuS is going to go for, or do you think he's going to go for some creeping?
I would think a Creepjack is a better option for Blade Master.
I'm not sure he can't get a Creepjack on this first camp though, because the only way you can get that is if you go for a very early Voodoo Lounge and then buy a speed scroll as soon as your Blade Master comes out. But because FoCuS didn't do that, I don't think he's going to be going for the immediate Creepjack. But I think instead, you do often see a Blade Master trying to break into the base. Do you think we're going to be seeing that this game, or do you think he's going to be going for creeping in his own?
I don't think the timing works. The Blade Master is going to pop out right now, and the shop is about 20 seconds away.
So he could run into the base though. He can't get the Creepjack, but he can get the Wisp kills. But it doesn't look like that's what he's going for today. And instead, we're going to be seeing standard opening creeping from both sides. Obviously, FoCuS being careful not to get his grunt ensnared by that trap with some very clever creeping there. And Moon doing some standard creeping as well. And then we'll probably walk his Ancient War back to his base to try and close it off, and then start his tech. What do you think we're going to be seeing here from Moon? Do you think we're going to be seeing standard play 1 Archer, or do you think he's going to be going a bit more aggressive?
I don't know. I remember watching your Moon versus Lin commentary. Remember that? The Moon went Beastmaster and the Hunter's Rush?
Oh yes, that's a great replay, isn't it?
I wonder why Lin didn't get Wind Riders instead. He got...
Because Archers just destroy Wind Riders like nobody's business. And you can get sort of 1 Wind Rider, just try and throw your opponent off and then go for Raiders, and they waste all their money on Archers. But really, also considering it's Beastmaster, obviously both Hawks and Quillbeast do a huge amount of damage to Wind Riders, and you don't want to be playing hit and run in that situation. Actually, in that game, Moon went Towers as well, so much piercing. I don't think Wind Riders would have been the best solution there.
Yeah, true, because... But Lin had an upper hand in that game. I remember killing.
Yes, he got Moon's expansion kill, but Moon just such a versatile player. He really can recover from anything. And Moon already level 2, and it looks like FoCuS is going to be creeping out this camp here, and going to go for all 3 creeps, and going to be getting level 2 himself. And some pretty nice items on FoCuS. What do you think of the Gloves of Haste on the Blade Master? Do you think it's a good item, or do you think it's sort of one of their sort of lesser items?
You're talking about the Circlet, right?
No, sorry, the Gloves of Haste.
Well, the Glove of Haste is definitely is a good item on the Blade Master. Well, of course, Call of Attack is the best of all. Mm-hmm. But Glove of Haste gets you more, pretty much gets you more chance to get critical strikes, and those can kill people. Those can swing games around. That's my personal opinion. What do you think?
Yeah, so I like the gloves, but I think it adds sort of too much of a random element. FoCuS might actually get a Creepjack here.
Yep.
If he's up, he does get the Creepjack, but doesn't pick up the Tome of Agility. Instead, going for the Archer now, gets the dust off, and does get 1 Archer kill. So, good start for FoCuS, or to be expected?
Oh, man. I don't know. I think he's too busy killing that Archer.
Yeah, certainly. Actually, look at FoCus's base in the back left corner. Moon is actually hidden the Wisp there. That's really nice placement of that Wisp, don't you think?
I think he's going to use Staff for teleportation later to staff in or something. Or maybe just a Scouting Wisp.
Yeah, I think it's just a Scouting Wisp. And FoCuS actually going for a Naga second. This is something that you only ever see really on this map because it allows you to put on so much pressure. It's a really strong tactic, and looks like FoCuS is going to scout out this 1 Wisp of Moon and get the... Oh, Moon gets the detonate. Very nice.
I think also Naga can do Fork Lightning, which can do a lot of damage against dots. Not as much as a Torn Chieftain would. And looks like FoCuS is setting up a trap using the tree at the tavern. You see that?
Yes, it's very nice there. It's going to mean that Moon can't hire his Beastmaster for a little while at least, and that's going to cause a lot of harassing problems for Moon, and Moon really in a lot of trouble now because you need a lot of units to fight off that Naga early game because it has such immense focusing power, and Moon unable to get out his Beastmaster, so some really nice early play there by FoCuS.
Do you know a trick you can do to run your archer in there and pick up a hero, so hero is going to be on the other side of the tavern?
Yes, you certainly can, but you have to be careful. Like if you were to do that with a Wisp, the Wisp could just be killed by the Grunt, so you need to be very careful.
Yeah, that's why you use the Archer, yeah.
Yeah.
But the Archer's got to be sacrificed, though.
Yeah, and looks like we're finally picking up his Beastmaster, and it's now too late for him to harass, because all of FoCuS's key buildings are up. So some very nice early play there by FoCuS. Really playing pretty versatilely, but having to get a Naga. What do you think about Naga as a second hero? Because obviously, since it does have Frost Arrows, it means that Mana Burn is a lot less effective against it, but it doesn't have Shockwave, as you say. So what do you think about that trade-off there that FoCuS has made?
I really don't like Naga as a second hero versus Night Elf, especially when you have a level 3 Demon Hunter can just burn the crap out of you.
Yes, but you regain mana so quickly just with the Naga that you have enough to always be doing Frost Arrows, and have never enough that it's worth mana burning you. So it's actually a pretty interesting choice there by FoCuS.
Yeah, it is definitely interesting because the damage per second done by Naga is more than the damage per second done by the Torn Chieftain just because of the Cold Arrow.
Oh, certainly, but once you take the aura into effect, I'm not sure that continues to be true. Some really interesting here by FoCuS, using some mirror images to take some damage while he takes the Warlord.
Yeah, also another clone on the clone image in the FoCuS base to distract FoCuS.
Yes, it's some nice play from both sides here.
Oh man, and and let's see the items. Nothing too exciting. Looks like Blade Master just hit level 3. And
yeah, FoCuS actually sold his Ankh of Reincarnation. Clearly not planning on losing his Blade Master anytime soon.
Yeah, I guess he doesn't. I think he wants that gold more than anything because now he can pump out some raiders. Like he can afford to go 70 food instead of 60 food.
Yes, but FoCuS is actually food locked himself. His burrow is only sort of 2/3 done, and he has a whole bunch of extra gold, but only 40 food.
Yeah, true.
Which is, I think, a big mistake for him because that Naga is such a good early hero. He gets sort of worse as you go along, but early on he's just so strong, and it means that FoCuS can't really complete his push because he doesn't have the full 50 food that he wants.
You know what I think? I think he's stocking the old build order with Torn Chieftain, and he forgot the Naga. You can get food a lot faster. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
he forgot to throw down the 4th burrow because he's stocking that Torn Chieftain build order.
FoCuS actually changing his build up a bit, going for a War Mill now in his base. That's something that we're seeing more and more from orcs now. Fly started doing it about 6 months ago, and it's actually proved really effective because you can get a lot of really good units. Like obviously, Headhunters are really useful against dots because they do piercing damage and they have a low food count, so you can get lots of them. So Cyclones are a lot less effective against them, and then also obviously Kodos are really nice, and it's actually a really interesting choice. It means you have to pay a bit in the early game. But the fact that FoCuS has gone for a Naga really helps him bolster that sort of weak point that he would have otherwise had. What do you think about this play here? Do you think it's a bit too risky from him? A bit too trying to cut a new cookie? Or do you think Moon's going to be able to adapt to it?
I think Moon's going to be able to adapt to it because you need if you want to pump out some headhunters or whatever, you need you almost need a tier 3 just to get the Troll Berserker upgrade.
I don't know, Headhunters are really good against dots. I mean, they do piercing damage, which is really nice, and then you can get so many of them that Cyclone really isn't effective against them. And it's combined with a small amount of ensnare and getting a Kodo as well. Actually, it can really be a good strategy, and it's really worked well for players like Fly recently.
Yeah, true. And they have medium armor, so none of the piercing and magic damage is going to do a lot of damage against them.
Yes, it's certainly true.
It looks like Moons. Both players can continue to creep. Here comes a Tinker, and it looks like nothing's really going on. I wonder why. Who recommended this game to you?
No, a friend of mine recommended it to me, and I think it's going to get pretty good because if you look at most Orc vs. Elf games would end in about 4 minutes. But this game, we're only about 2/5 of the way through, so certainly there's a lot of game to go on. And bear in mind that there aren't many expansion points on this map, so you really have to play very fiscally conservative.